a gorgeous day at the reservoir. Pretty much have the whole place to ourselves. I think everyone's down the beach a little bit further, but peace and quiet except for that boat out there is playing some really loud music. Some of it good, some of it bad. Brett is out there paddle boarding somewhere, but I can't seem to find him. I'm just relaxing, looking through my latest Vogue magazine, trying to keep the bugs off me. Guess what is going bye-bye today? This is going back to Wayfair. We decided to just eat the $200 return fee and get rid of this. A very smart subscriber mentioned in a comment about it looking worse if we tried to mess with it with vinyl, and I couldn't agree more. So I convinced my husband to just eat the difference and just get rid of it. So I'm so happy to see this go. Hello, how are you? Last time we chatted in our last video together, I was quite vulnerable, quite sensitive and emotional. I had a lot to ponder. I had a lot of realization in that video in regards to my journey towards 50 and where I am in my life at this moment. Just having to start all over again, at least it feels that way. Feeling quite emotional about it, but I have had some time to digest that and I feel a lot better. I know what I need to do. It was very much of a wake-up moment for me, and I really feel so incredible after that, just knowing what I need to put in place to get to my goals. I want to just kind of continue that today. It's the end of the month, it's the end of June, getting into July, the second half of the year, and I just want to reset the house and get everything in a nice, clean, comfortable, organized format going into the second half of the year. You saw me just open the blinds. However, it is well past the morning and I've already been hard at work doing a lot of things this morning. I went on a walk with Brett. Then I went to a Pilates class. I did a 30-minute introductory Pilates class to a studio that is only 8 minutes away from here, so really convenient. I had gone to a healthy living conference over the weekend. Actually, well, it was on Friday, and it was very local here at their convention center here in St. George. And there were a ton of booths, one of which was this Club Pilates, and I signed up for the free class. I enjoyed it. I think it would be a nice change to add into my workout routine. It can get quite stale just being in the house all the time using weights, which is fine. It's doing its job and I'm feeling really fit and trim and fantastic from it. But I thought I need to change it up a little bit. And again, this might be a good way for me to get social and meet some people and hopefully make some friends. So I did that. Also at the convention center, there were some other really interesting up and coming new health related things that I saw booths from.
You just put the powder in your water and shake it up.
Oh, that's great.
This is for abdominal fat, specifically visceral fat. You don't lose any muscle.
Oh, that's wonderful.
This is fantastic. This is the one people call nature's Ozempic.
Okay.
This.
Just to give you some context, I have this light stim I bought It's an LED wand. You hold it in your face for 3 minutes at a time in each section that you want to attack. This one specifically is for wrinkles, but it's a LED basically. $10,700 for an instrument very similar to that, which I paid, I think, maybe $250 for. And then all of a sudden the price starts going down to $5,000 to $2,000 plus 2 years worth of skincare to come along with it. I was like, so funny how a $10,700 item has now all the way trickled down to $2,000 within a matter of seconds. Safe to say I didn't buy it because I was not on the market for something like that. The real reason I wanted to go to this convention was because I was looking for perhaps some med spas, because there's a lot of med spas here in St. George, and I wanted to find some because I want to find one to go to, not in the near future, but hopefully soon, because I would really love to, once I can afford it again, start having some more treatments again. Especially I want to dabble into microneedling. Not so much Botox, but I think microneedling could be more effective as far as, obviously collagen production. I'm not really that keen on freezing my face anymore, although I could use a little bit of it, but I really want to stimulate collagen and build back my skin's elasticity and all that good stuff. So I think that would be more effective. But in any case, I'm not doing that in the near future. However, I wanted to find an option and there was one there. So I did just get their information, but I was hoping to have a few to choose from. I was also very much hoping that they might have an HRT booth for maybe a local HRT practice, but I didn't see any there. So that was unfortunate. Don't think I'll be making it back to Newport Beach for the one that I was going to. So that means I need to find something local. But in any case, it was interesting. I didn't want to go. Brett made me go. And at least I got this Pilates thing out of it and I've now signed up for it. I signed up for a 3-month commitment twice a week. Yeah, I'm hoping that I enjoy it. Definitely need to learn the lingo of a Pilates class and all the machinery and everything. So they recommended, of course, starting off with the beginner classes because you can't really move up into the higher level classes until you learn all the terminology because they run through it fairly quickly and they want to make sure that you keep up with the class. I'm looking forward to that. Now I'm going to tackle some chores around the house. I want to change out the linens on the bed and get some laundry going, wipe up some of the counters and the bathrooms need some cleaning, just do a bunch of little things. Also, I've received some PR from some companies like Mario Badescu, Good Molecules, also Revant Cosmetics, and I need to film a little bit of content surrounding those items just for Instagram, but I thought that would be something that I need to get going on because I always seem to second guess myself on how to film content, and I'm not quite a beauty type of content creator, so that's kind of a new niche for me. I'm a little uneasy on how to go about filming that sort of thing. I've been trying to find some ideas and how to go about doing it, and I think I've come up with some concepts. But in any case, let's start tackling some housework and just get this house nice and situated for the new year, for the new month, for the second half of the year. Got a lot of stuff done. I want to sit at my computer now and get a little bit of work done. I need to figure out those pieces of content that I need to create for those beauty products and get that going. I need to think of some ideas. Sometimes this happened in the cake business too. I couldn't quite think of things on my own. I need something else to stimulate me, not necessarily to copy somebody else, but to inspire me to create something. So I look for something that I like, and then I, basically do my own twist on it. I look for things that I'm able to execute, things that are my aesthetic, and I just go from there. I don't know if you see right at the corner of my shoulder here, there is something new in my office for filming, and let me show you how I went about making it. So we'll do a little flashback to last weekend. What I'm doing now is turning my attention to a project that I've been wanting to do for the last month, and I haven't gotten around to it. One of our first trips out here to Utah, I picked up this painting. This was on clearance for $75. My intention was not to hang it up like this, but to actually use this as a canvas to paint my own creation on. Brett told me that it is a lot cheaper to just buy these things ready-made and paint over them rather than trying to get a frame and cover it with canvas and construct the whole thing. That's what we did, and I've been hanging on to this for over a month now, waiting for the right time to do the project, and this seems like a good time. Nice and cool outside. I can work in the garage without overheating. I've got some spackle here and some putty knives, and I'm going to wipe some texture onto this canvas. I've seen a lot of paintings which I love that I'm using as inspiration. Let's see if I can't create a beautiful masterpiece. Okay, here is the finished spackling job. I did an entire little container. Kind of wish I had more. I would like to add more texture, but let's see how it dries up. It's going to dry white, and then I was going to paint over it with a white paint, but I also want to add a little tint to it to give it some dimension. I don't want it to just be white. So we'll see what we can do. I'm liking it so far. It seemed very much like a royal icing as far as the application, because royal icing is very thick and putty-like when you make it a certain consistency. It's very much like this spackle. I was able to work with it in the same manner. I like how it looks. Probably looks really ugly on screen right now, but it's going to dry and then we'll paint over it. Okay, it's been a couple of hours. We did some chores around the house and came back, and it's pretty dry. I'm going to be very gentle with it. There are still lots of blue showing through. So I'm just going to use a brush and touch up the areas where I see the blue coming through because I don't want to disturb it too much. I'm also debating if I want to use a little bit of raw umber, just a hint of it to add a little beige or ivory, really dilute this down. I might try it in a little spot and see if I can get a little bit of color it has a lot of texture, and I'm sure this would come across on camera. I'm seeing it in the viewfinder and it's looking good. I might just let it be white and let it dry completely, and then if I get bored with it, I could always do it later. So I think I'm just gonna touch it up for now. Okay, here it is. It's finished. I think it looks gorgeous. I'm gonna leave it white, let it cure for a few days, and see how it looks up on the wall. I really like it all white, and the texture is beautiful. Very happy with how this turned out. I'll be standing right there next to my little pedestal, and you can See this beautiful textural piece behind me, so it's not just a flat, plain wall. And I love how it turned out. It's a few hours later. I've managed to film some content and I'm very proud of it. I have not yet edited all together, but I wanted to show you the raw footage. If you're not following me on Instagram yet, I'd love it if you please give me a follow over there. It's a lot of different content, fashion, beauty, wellness, all sorts of things, but it's different from what I post here on YouTube, also different from the fashion channel. So if you're not sick of me yet and you'd like to see a little more from me, please go over to Instagram and follow me there. Also, if you're new here, I'd love it if you please follow me here on this channel as well. Please subscribe. Trying desperately to reach 1,000 subscribers because that will unlock some new features here that YouTube restricts us on unless we reach 1,000 subscribers. So your support would be tremendous, big help on that. So please take a moment and subscribe. And I'll leave you here now. I'll be back with another vlog very soon, a very productive one, I hope. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it a ton. So excited that we're in July, and I really hope it's going to be a fabulous month for all of us.